Hello everyone, my name is Irfan. I am a YouTuber and today we'll be discussing sound effects. I'll be sharing some of my favorite sound effects with you, and I've seen that a lot of creators don't really pay that much attention to sound effects, but if used properly, they can take your videos to an entirely new level. So let's get started. The first sound effect that we'll be discussing today is called a riser. Whenever I'm building up towards something, building excitement towards something, I almost always use a riser. Whenever I have to tell a story about something, there's usually a hook in the beginning of the video to capture the viewer's attention. I almost always use a riser over there and then begin my story properly. Let me give you an example. Today's video is a story about success, about friendship, about betrayal, about perseverance, and the story of how I became the richest man in Asia. Not really, but this is how you use a riser. The second sound effect that I like to use a lot is called an analog camera click. Whenever I'm telling a story, talking about something, and if there's a static picture being used as B-roll, there's almost always an analog camera click whenever that picture appears on screen. Or if there's a series of pictures, then there is a series of analog camera clicks. This video is entirely going to be about one thing and one thing only: my beautiful blue bike. These are small subconscious cues that make the audience feel like they are with you rather than watching your video on a screen. Just like the analog camera click, one of my favorite sound effects is the projector running sound. Whenever I'm using any old footage or any archival footage as B-roll, I usually use a projector running sound on it, and I think it makes the whole effect look more polished. And I think it's one of the most used sound effects that I personally like to use in my videos. Since the rise of short form content, TikTok, Instagram Reels, I've noticed that a lot of people have started using this effect, and they use it because it works, and that is the keyboard typing sound. In my videos, whenever there's text revealing from left to right, which looks like it's being typed on a keyboard, I usually like to use the keyboard typing sound. Watching videos is a very digital experience. To make it more authentic, to make it organic, to bring a little bit of finesse to this effect, I like to use the keyboard typing sound, and it just works. The last sound effect that we'll be discussing today is one of my absolute favorites, so I have kept the best for last, and that sound effect is called the swoosh. Edgar Wright is one of my favorite filmmakers of all time. He's one of the reasons that I got into making YouTube videos, and he likes to use this sound effect a lot. Whenever there's a quick montage in my videos, let's say I'm getting ready to go out in the morning, or I'm setting up my camera gear, I'm traveling somewhere, I like to use this sound effect because it helps in telling a good story. You can tell a story even without this sound effect, but the sequence just looks bland. With this sound effect, the whole sequence is on another level. It helps you in telling a better story. It helps you in crafting a better experience. That's it for today. I hope you liked this video. I hope you found this video helpful in using sound effects to tell a better story. My name is Irfan. I'll see you soon.